Najee. This is Unaccomplished. Okay, so today we're talking about merch. So I have Najee Talks merch, just my normal logo for sale. You know what I'm saying? We got the link in the description. We got mugs, we got shirts, I got hoodies and sweaters. You're gonna see me wearing these from continuing on. May not be any certain episodes coming up, earlier ones, but as they go on and as I do my midweek rants, you will see them. And so if you would like to purchase them, please, it's a description. The link will be in the description, and please support as much as you can. Thank you very much. Hello everybody, I'm Najee, and this is Najee Talks. And I'm going to be discussing my midweek rant number 4. This week, I will be ranting about youth leaving the church. Okay, let's begin. Alright, so, just going on a little history lesson, okay? Alright, so just begin with slavery, of course, right? So it all starts with us. Slavery. So with slavery, the enslavers were, European enslavers were more so about mentally holding us back, and that's what got us to be physically, inept. And by doing that, what they did was they forced us to conform to the things that they were onto, like in did. So religion was the biggest thing for them, and so they had their religion. But what they did was they were like, oh, well, if you don't believe in this stuff, like then you're all wrong. Like they literally said, you're gonna go to hell if you don't believe in this religion. And so it sounds stupid, but they were, I guess, convincing enough to persuade people who are already so into, it's people that are already into their own religions and traditions. And they're like, I think it's just interesting how they were able to convince all of them, to conform over. Or it could have just been more so they did fear, and with the fear it caused them to do it. By either just talking or maybe even just physically. Maybe even just like, oh, if you don't believe this, then you're dead or something, So then that could have been another thing too. But it still was a big thing. And so when you conform them over, teach them your language, and then the language, then it's like a limited language for them because they don't know it, but they gotta know enough. So when they know enough, then it's like, okay, now you gotta read the Bible. Reading the Bible, man-made book, part of the book. It's this book called Curse of Ham. So in Curse of Ham, in the Bible, it's about Noah's sons, right? So he had 3 sons, and apparently Noah was drunk one night, and it actually wasn't even it wasn't even Ham, right? But one of the sons, I guess, laughed at him or something like that while he was drunk. And so the thing is, Ham and his family, they were the ones, everybody had their own, talents and stuff they did. Ham was the one that did, the music and stuff. He was very artsy. And so the thing is, the wives of the other 2 sons were jealous because they were like, oh, basically they kind of felt like, because he was creative, it wasn't really working. It just seemed like it was just fun to him. And so the thing is, they were jealous, this is all he does, our husbands are actually working hard, to do what they do, and he is just, doing that stuff, so they were jealous basically. And so what they did was, Noah didn't know, who it was that was laughing at him. He was drunk, but the next day, the wives were like, oh, I saw Ham was there last night. And so basically they, because Noah didn't know, so then they made him think that it was Ham who was laughing. And so Noah was so outraged about it that he ended up cursing them. He told God to curse Ham and his family. And so what it did was that the curse actually was more of a it was a kind of, it was what it did was it darkened their skin. So apparently they went from lighter toned, pale or whatever, to our skin tone. And by doing that, it was like him and his family, you know what I'm saying? And then the curse was like you and your darker toned, you know what I'm saying, family from here on will continuously work for the lighter tones to other family, like siblings and stuff, whatever, cousins, and continuing on. And so that was basically, the Europeans, explanation for slavery, saying that Africans were meant by God to be servants of the Europeans. Bullshit, right? But of course they're convincing, because the Africans are only thinking, if they're already in fear, thinking, if we don't follow the Bible, we'll go to hell or whatever. Then they're like, oh well, we don't want to go to hell. So let's not disobey what's in the book. They think the book is like all right, almighty with no flaws. And so they're like, let's not mess this up. So they're gonna obey. And so it was a mental enslavement first before anything else. Because the thing is, even with the whole thing, we're talking about the whole, the whole thing with Kanye and him talking about 400 years of slavery, and he's basically is discussing him. He was even talking about them having a choice. The thing is, when he said that, he meant it as a mental thing, right? That's what he meant. So the thing is, Harriet Tubman, she forced a lot of slaves to go, because a lot of them mentally went there. They were all no, because if we leave, then we disobey the Bible, we disobey the Bible, we're going to hell, all that other stuff, we do blah, 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 basically. They're mentally damaged, and they think if they left, then they would be damned. And then, so they're not going nowhere. If your mind's not with it, you're not going to do nothing. And so a lot of them didn't want to do nothing, or gave up halfway. And so that happened a lot with revolutions and stuff that happened, whatever. But that mental thing was a big thing, and it's still here. And the thing is, when he was saying the 400 years, he's talking about now still, because we're still enslaved as is with the just being so gullible. You know what I'm saying? To the things that they want to portray to us as in being something that we should need. When it's nothing, we don't need none of this nonsense. People think it's a thing. They're like, oh, you know what I'm saying, these points, but we're still there. So, anyways, so that started it. And then after post-slavery, right? Then we have, after they're enslaved, after they got free, they still had the mind state of being slaves. And so they're still thinking that religion is still there because it was passed on. So so then you have these families, the southern families, slaves themselves, that are acting about church. We gotta go to church, this and that, God this, God that, Bible this, Bible that, woo. And that's the thing that's okay, you gotta. Well, the thing is, also you're in a small town where it's you kind of want to just obey because everybody is doing it. So as a youth, you're gonna be more willing to obey your family and the people around you and the community because they're all on the same mindset of this one religion. There's no multiples around there. And so that's all you have. And so you don't want to just be an outcast. Nobody wants to be an outcast, At least on their own, they don't. And so, of course, they're not going to question it at all. They're just going to obey and listen and keep pushing. When I was at Tuskegee, I know a lot of stuff people that were still into that. Even now, they were just, because it's still what they're used to, and they're not going to question it or go back on it, Because they still have family and friends, that are still in it, doing it, whatever, So that's how it is. Alright, and then, going into our generation, yeah? So we would be the generation of technology. So with the generation of technology, basically we were the ones that grew up in between. And so we were the ones that grew up without it and then with it. as it progressed and evolved so fast, but it did rapidly, like crazy. But we knew what it was like to not have these things. And so we can choose. So it makes it easier for us to pick and choose. You understand? It's not like it's something we just automatically brought into, and so we're already used to it. Like, I remember using a typewriter to write a paper in elementary school. Because it was my mom, one of my great aunts. So, she's 2 generations ahead of, gap. But she had typewriters, so we used a typewriter. And then I remember the whole beginning stages of internet. So, the whole thing with dial-up and not being able to use your telephone at the same time. Yeah, a lot of bullshit. And that was still around the same time when telephones didn't have text messaging like that. It cost a lot more just to even text. And then that wasn't a big thing. You only really cared about was your minutes. You had a certain amount of minutes per month. And if you didn't have rollover, I think it was like singular wireless that had the rollovers. So if you didn't have that, then you would kind of you just use what you had, and that was pretty much it. But the thing is, then everybody had their own hours, certain hours that you can get unlimited after a certain time. But I had Verizon, and so with Verizon, for some reason, we had to wait until 9 p.m. to have unlimited minutes. Everybody else had until 7. So we were the unlucky group that dealt with waiting 2 hours to talk to people. Everybody else was chatting it up. Too bad we weren't doing roommates and stuff at the time. So yeah, that sucks. But then also, because once technology became big and internet and data and Wi-Fi and all that became bigger, now we have more access to things. And so you're able to Google anything you want. Really, pretty much. It's a gift and a curse because you can get lost and stuff, or you can get false information. But at the same time, if you know what you're looking for and everything like that, you can get a lot from that. It's like good sources if you know where to look. But the thing is, having that access to Google things gives you the opportunity to question things. So the thing is, it helps because you're saying, okay, so one thing I had questions, because I had questions growing up with religion with my mom. And it was and I was, young when I did it too. And I was just asking why do we give offering? Because I grew up in a church, Baptist church too. Then there was Methodist, but back in the Baptist church situation. I was okay, Mom, why do we give offering? She was so God can give you a blessing. And then I'm just that doesn't make sense. Why does God need money? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. What do you use the money for? And then she was okay, well, and then she just made it seem like it wasn't the same question or something, and she just said, well, the church needs to pay the bills, so we have to help pay the bills. And I'm just well, why didn't you just say that in the beginning? Why lie to me? You think I'm gullible? This was around the time when I was already done with Santa Claus and everything else. So I'm just why would you think I'm gullible? Don't lie to me. Just say what it is. If she was just upfront said that, then I probably would have been more okay, well, it's more about supporting. You know what I'm saying? That the church. That's a different mindset. Instead of being more oh, well, spiritually you gotta do this for that. No, but it's in reality, it's more about supporting people that are servicing us with the word every week. You know what I'm saying? It's a different way of thinking about it. But once my mom gave me a false answer, it made me think that it was real. I was already questioning everything because it felt like I was really just being lied to. And then when I got into college, I had a friend who was Buddhist all her life. And so she actually introduced me to Buddhism. And the thing is, I already, I said, I've been questioning, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why I even stayed around the church is just, in high school, it was only because I would be doing a lot of stuff in church. I was youth choir, I would be teen church, we had a step team, so those things, those are the things I like to do. So I did those because they were fun. I didn't do it specifically for sermons or anything like that. I just did one more so because I had to, and then also because I did those things to keep from being I had to be entertained, of course. And so, but yeah, so then I got into college, whatever. So then Buddhism. With Buddhism, I learned that it was more so about whole like at oneness. Like they use the word atonement for other religions. But then Buddhism uses at one because like it's all about the internal and believing in yourself and just accepting like everything. So the thing is, it's like a difference of how churches say you should confess your sins or you should get cleansed from your sins by getting baptized. But it's like I didn't really understand the baptism thing because you get baptized when you're little and then after that you're good. Like that's what they make it seem like. Oh, if you're baptized, then you're saved. So if you're saved, you do what you want. And then you get older, you're gonna do a lot more stuff than you did when you were younger. So you can easily just be like, oh, well, I'm saved, so I'm good. Like that's stupid, right? But yeah, so it's not even about all that nonsense. They're just like, okay, well, like we know no one's ever all good and all bad. Everybody's both. And the thing is, like the life we're in. So the life you're in currently, right? You look back at the things you've done in life, right? You need to regret them and be proud of them, right? So the thing is, you can take both and be like, okay, this is all of me, yin and yang. It's supposed to be perfect that way, perfectly balanced. That's how it works. There is no one or the other. There is no confess your sins and you're clean, or get baptized and you're clean, or whatever. It's none of that nonsense. It's literally just like both are there, but of course you want to do better. So the thing you have to realize is, all of those things you've done in your life is how you got to where you are now. It made you who you are. And so you have to accept all those things you've done and be like, okay, well, I know that I can do better with my life. Because there are regrets in your life that you can be like, okay, well, I can do better than that. Even if it's good things, you just like, even if good things, you I can do better than I did then. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it in that way, more of like a moral thing. Have standards for yourself and be like, okay, I can be better. But the thing is, you also know that, it's not like you're gonna give everything up to something else or rely on someone else to do something for you. It's all about the responsibility of yourself. That's why it's that one. It's one, yourself, internal. It's the energy that's given to you. If the God aspect or whatever. If we wanted to use a God particle, right? That spirit separated and made us internally spiritual wise. Like it talks about it, I read the Quran, more American Quran, it talks about how the main God, or Allah, put pieces of itself in us and then physically created us. So basically it's just a physical body on top of a soul. And the soul is basically just a piece of the whole. And then when you're done, it goes back to the main. That's pretty much it. And so it's like, it feels like, and then also at the same time, you should realize that when it's like that, you should think about it like, okay, I want to do the thing so I can have a good afterlife. That's not how it works. It's like, you should be thinking about now, like, okay, well, let me do great now. Let me leave my mark now. Like, don't try to think, okay, well, let him handle it or whatever. Like, don't let somebody else do stuff for you. Like, you got this. Do it yourself. You can handle all this stuff. Like, let it. You know what I'm saying? You can do this shit. Like, you got the power to do a lot of shit. It's really just a mental situation. And everybody's thinking it's something else that's going to be doing things for you, but it's really not. Because if you want something, right, you can get it. You can do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been more into the Buddhist lifestyle for years. And maybe even since 2009 or 10? And yeah, so that's almost 10 years, huh? Oh, wow. No, yeah, it's 19. Damn, I'll be 20. Whew. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, and it's been working. And so I'm a trial and error type of guy. So it's been working for me. And so the thing is, I've been having, my life has been, doing great, amazingly. Like, all the stuff I've been doing has been, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been, I've been open, you know what I'm saying, to accepting these things. You know what I'm saying? The things that the universe is giving me. And being like, okay, well, accept the signs and see the signs and be like, okay, let me listen to it. Let me actually be like, okay, I'm gonna do these things. I'm seeing them. Let me do it. Or just even being like, okay, I'm gonna mentally prepare myself for these things. Let me, people have goals, or they want to reach the goals that they want to reach, so go for it. So it's just they're like, oh, okay, well, I want to get to it. Don't be praying out, oh, okay, oh my God, can you do this for me and do that for me? You know what I'm saying? No, you got it. think about it internally on your own. Like you got the power in you. You just got to access it. Just be like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be like, you know what I'm saying, you want signs, but don't just be like, okay, God, give me the signs. Just be like thinking, okay, I wanted to do this, and then just like wait it out. I go by threes. Three is a magic number. So I go by like saying, okay, if I see 3 signs, I'm gonna do it. That's how I do things, and I do it that way, and it works. Because it's like, okay, the first time you may not see it and not see it well enough, or like, it's not always, it's just there. Whatever. Second time, it might just be a coincidence. It may not be fate or destiny, whatever it is, So the same time, it's kind of like, okay, maybe, but then you're also like teetering. You're on the wall about it. But then when the third one comes, you're definitely like, okay, it's definitely a thing. So I got to do that. But it's like more so about your mentally being able to do those things. And the thing is, it's like it keeps you from being. Once you get outside that box, it definitely keeps you from being. Just being kind of like strapped down, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because it's like I'm thinking about like all this about done and accomplished and even still accomplished now, and it's like, and it's not even based off of like religious whatever, like Christianity stuff whatever, and even when I became a Freemason, it was more about the knowledge, and so I basically just been big on like reading books for like the messages. Like that's what I was reading in the More Quran for the message and not for anything else. Because even the More Quran talks about it's a whole bunch of parables about Jesus' life from 18 to 32. So it talks about all the journeys and stuff he went through. And so he even explains that it's all internal. Like even when he was like, because he didn't want to have any, he was trying to get away from having any type of like, kind of like vices really. And so he was like, but then he did. So he was like, okay, let me backtrack, relax, you know what I'm saying? And just like get into my own self and see what I need to do to get back to where I was. So he goes to a forest on his own and just ventures in his own mind. Doesn't reach out to anybody else but himself. And he's like, okay, this is me. What's up? Tell me what's going on. What I need to do. And it's like, and then the messages were sent. That's pretty much how it works, really. And so it's just more so the internal than anything else. So don't reach out for anything, just reach internal. But even with like my generation with the college, so we have a lot of people that in my generation that went to school, went to college. So when you go to college, what happens is you get outside of that boundary of your community. When you leave that community, you're also unidentifiable waters, but also at the same time, you're able to branch out and learn different things. Because it's like you'll always have an opportunity to meet people who do different things or practice different things and stuff like that. And so that gives you a chance to learn from them. Because it's not stuff you're used to. So you're like, oh, that's crazy. Because I'm used to this and that, this and that. They're like, no. And they're like, oh, we do this and that. Like, so it's like really interesting. Because, and even when I was at the ski, a lot of black people, but it wasn't like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't like big religious, like school where people were just like big on it like that. Because it was like everybody was from Alabama or the South. It was people from a lot of places. Like most of us were from California. And so the thing is, there was like, but like now I'm in grad school, so I'm with different other ethnicities. And so these other ethnicities have other religions and traditions that they practice. And so it's interesting to learn these things from these people because like, I have a friend who practices, he practices, Jewish religion, and so I've seen him and talked to him about these things because I've, never had an opportunity. So these things are interesting, learning from them and the people, whatever. So it's like it's just kind of cool to be able to experience it. But I'm also at the point where I'm not gullible to stuff, so I'm just there to learn. I'm just like, okay, that's dope. I'm not gonna be like pissed like about it. Like there's like no point in doing that. But the thing is, like, even at Tuskegee, like, that area was just amazing. It was a very spiritual place. Like, I've been to a place where parts of it where it's like, it's just like so much like so much positive energy in the air. Like, it's just clean. I've been to like some rituals. My shit's been cleansed spiritually and it's dope. Like, I became a whole ass nomad out there. Like, it was cool. It was fun. I had some really dope experiences out there. And so like, so kind of, it's really like, But yeah, so it keeps. But yeah, when you go out, you get out of that comfort zone with family and stuff. And then I got back, and it's like, don't process these things, or anything like that. Because my mom was big on it growing up, but when I went to my first meeting out here with my friend, it was just like they were like with imaging, and I didn't tell her because I didn't have an argument with her about it. And then afterwards, she was like, "Why you didn't tell me?" I was like, "I didn't want to argue about it. I had to go." Then when we was talking about it, she was like, "I've actually been questioning, these things too. You know what I'm saying? About religion, the Christianity, religion, stuff like that." So I was like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to come, I can have you come, we can go to a meeting together or something like that. And you can, figure out what you want to do with that. So first she was like, all right, cool. But then one of our family members ended up convincing her to come convert back. Yeah, right, that family thing, right? It was sad. I really wish she wasn't able to come out, but yeah, but so now I'm not even like caring about it because I'm like, I've gotten so much outside of my family tradition with everything in my life, really. Like, first one to go to all back school, right? First one to be vegetarian. First one to do do non-Greek, higher than Greek at that, for masonry. Out of state, as far as I went, furthest anybody went was like Arizona. That was it, though. And then just branch out. And the first one, chiropractic school. First one, outside to get outside the religion. Because even my older brother Dave, he just like he doesn't want to go to church and shit, anything like that. But he still says he wants to take his children there and go back when his children are around when he has children and stuff. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, why even go back? I mean, the biggest thing I would have a question about is just more so about how, like with me and my wife, when I have my wife, being like, okay, let's figure out what morals and standards and laws we want to teach our children. That's what I want to know. That's what I'm more worried about. I don't want it to be like we have to go back for those reasons only, because I know it's not going to be a big thing. I know it's going to be mixed with everything else. I want it to be more of something that we can put together and teach them. That's what I want to have. So it's like, so hopefully whenever I have a wife and we decide to have children, and we can discuss that. And so yeah, I'm just branching out and like it's been a big thing, a big change, and I'm very, very grateful for it. First one, lots. Branching out spiritually and everything else really helped. It like changes everything because I'm glad. So and then even with us as in going back home and stuff, a lot of us stuff going to church, and that's like a big thing. Like, so one person that I kind of regret so I had an ex girlfriend named Tiffany that I was dating during the summer while I was in grad school, maybe like a year ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. And it was like, it was like spring, it was like winter, spring, summer, basically. In the end of summer, like around like Halloween weekend of that same year. But excuse me. So she went to Berkeley, you know what I'm saying? And then when she got back, she wasn't like big on like church and stuff like me. I mean, she wasn't doing the same thing I was doing, but she didn't like go to church and shit. But so what happened was she had like two bad things happen to her. So first one was she had gotten into a car accident and her car was totaled. Right? So that, but I was there for her, I supported her as much as I could, you know what I'm saying? So we did the best I could. Then she got in the car, of course. Then the other thing that happened to her was that she has a house in Compton, and like how she like nice, like a house, like actual, like that's dope. But anyway, somebody broke into her house, and so like after that, she's like she's like a hermit, and so like she's like, so if her cave that she's like feels so safe and gets broken into, that safety is gone, that trust is gone, and like she was like paranoid after that, and it was like really bad. But then at the same time, it was like I couldn't always be there for her when she needed, because she was dealing with all that kind of like PTSD situation. And it was like, so basically she got to the point where she needed somewhere to go to get some type of help with and so what she did was she had went to a church that was near her, and basically like she was there, and the thing is, it's like there's just like a whole bunch of older people there, of course, so they're big on tradition, old black people, like. And so what happened was, because I'm not a Christian, but so it was weird because we never discussed this. It wasn't a thing until she started doing all this, whatever. But so she was just like, she just told me that because she's Christian and I'm not, that we can't have a really continuous relationship because we're gonna have butt heads and all that stuff, and some of us has to have a single, I guess, belief. And so that kind of messed things up because it was like, so basically how that happened was these old people put it in their head that we couldn't even try to make it work. Because all they said was kind of like, I guess like more so one of the biggest things was kind of, because like, she would talk about, she would like, I guess, of course she would say she had a boyfriend, and I guess they were like, I guess she was saying, I guess I wouldn't be in the church. And I guess it was like, oh, well, if you guys are in the church together, I'm saying, that's not a good look. I mean, maybe just more so like it's kind of like conflicting with just having different beliefs and stuff, whatever. And it's just like, she was like, if we're not praying to the same person or whatever, then it's gonna be hard in the future, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying this like, I mean, she's not wrong, but at the same time, like my friend MG, she's dating a dude who's a Rastafarian, and so they have a child, and the thing is, it's like, I think they're about to have another one. But yeah, and then so it's like, she says that, cause I was talking to her about it when it's happening. She was like, yeah, like you're gonna have conflicts and stuff, but we teach each other about each other's religions and stuff, and it's like we learn and stuff, and so the thing is like they try to compromise, and that's the thing that I wanted to do with Tiffany. She was just like, no, I don't even want to try, and like. So like once you say that, I'm done. Like I don't. It's no. If there's no hope in the relationship, there's no point in me caring anymore. Like it's pointless, really. It really is. Yeah, it sucked badly. But it is what it is. Things happen for a reason. That's how I believe, and it did. I don't think I would be where I am now. I wouldn't be who I'm with now. But I'm very grateful that happened. I learned a lot from that relationship. I learned a lot from every woman that I encounter and be with and everything like that to get to who I am now. I'm a better person for everything now. So I'm very grateful for everything that happened with us, and everything happened. So, but the thing is like, but we haven't, so we even have people that even still read the Bible, but don't go to church. Because they do it for like the lessons. And like, I have no issue with that. I'm just like, so it's like we have so much things that are gonna keep us from, because we have so many outings, opportunities to learn different things, because we all went out and explored, came back, and so we don't want to, it's not a thing no more for us, like to be out in these churches and stuff, like especially if you're not forced to do it. But then also at the same time, once you get a chance to be on your own, independent, like I did, I wasn't held down by family anymore. And so when you're not held down by family, you can do so much. Because I grew up under brothers and a sister, but we both brothers are a bigger part with me when it came to school, because I was under Dom most of my life in school as baby Damo or baby Nick, whatever. And then I had spent a year with same school with Dave in high school, and it was baby Dave, whatever, right? And so I got that a lot, like where I was always the baby or little something, right? But then so I'm used to that. But then but the thing is, the youngest, you don't really get much voice. And then when I got to college, I was on my own, which is fucking beautiful. I was able to do what the fuck I wanted and create my own name. I loved it so much. Do what I want, man. It was amazing. And even besides them, just like the traditions, I'm not saying my family was tradition-wise wasn't good or anything like that, but it was just like that religious thing was big because everybody was doing it and into it and stuff, whatever. And that same one, And then I was able to do my own thing and learn and explore and branch and realize what I like or what I want to do. And so when I got back, it didn't bother me. Because the thing is, like, honestly, my religious like preferences isn't even as big of a thing because everybody's more so about the spiritual lifestyle now. So it's like people are more open-minded about these things. So it's not even a big thing. It's not even over like pushing certain things on people. But I'm actually getting more calmed down by my family and friends by being vegetarian. But like it's just funny though. But that's the only real thing. Everything else is like it's copacetic. So I'm Gucci. But yeah, I mean, but my family's always gonna do that. It happens. I mean, I got thick skin. I did it for all my life. But yeah, for religious wise, like we have too much opportunity to branch out and do other things, or even just learn. So you can learn when you get a chance to learn. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to do, or even just figure out what you like and don't like, and that's a beautiful thing. So I encourage everybody to at least give it an opportunity to branch out and open up your minds and hearts to other things in life, not be stuck by certain standards for your family or traditions. We have opportunities to even eat better nowadays. I don't do the Impossible Burgers, but they're there. And so that's the thing. And then spirituality is a thing. And everything else that you want to do is a thing. People love your natural hair now. Natural skin now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people love the gym. Bro, it's a beautiful thing nowadays, man. I gotta love it. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna get into other stuff, but it's like we're in a fucking like amazing era right now. Like it's like everybody's really big on just kind of like opening up to these things, health wise, mental wise, emotional wise, spiritual wise, and it's beautiful. Like do it, explore, adventure, do it, open up, take the signs. Thank you. Thank you for watching the episode. Before you go, please subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notifications. Because I know you don't want me to continuously send you DMs and text messages every week. Instead, you just get notifications every time I upload an episode, Sundays, and then when I upload my midweekly rants on Wednesdays. Thank you and have a good day.